Hey everyone, welcome back to the Privacy Guy. I just posted a video yesterday about DuckDuckGo, and as soon as I posted it, I got a few comments suggesting some other private search engines. So over the next few days or weeks, I'm going to cover some more private search engines. And the first one that popped up in the comments was Yandex. I've been familiar with Yandex for a while. I'd heard of it in my research for other private search engine videos, but I'd never really used it. I'd looked into it before and thought that the appearance was kind of outdated and the functionality was a little lacking compared to some of the other private search engines out there. So I'm going to give you guys a brief rundown today of Yandex, which I'm pretty sure is a pretty widely used search engine like in Russia. But I think in the United States, it's not that popular. So I'm going to share my screen and show you guys what Yandex looks like and give you a better idea of how it works. All right, so this is Yandex. You'll see that you kind of have the typical categories for search engines, images, videos. I'm not sure what these other apps really do, but it looks like they have a browser, which is kind of interesting. I guess I'll just go ahead and try a search for Amazon and see how it comes up. Looks like it works. I see Amazon first. Surprisingly, there's no ads for Amazon. Maybe if I try a different search, I'll get some shopping results or something. I'm not seeing any ads, which is kind of interesting. I'd be curious to know how they make money. I mean, they have this ads tab over here. And who wants to search only among ads? So I don't know why anyone would use that. That's kind of a funny feature on their part. But yeah, it looks like, the results are pretty good and kind of as expected. So that's interesting there. Let's go to about and kind of see what information Yandex puts out there about their search engine. It looks like they were founded in 1997, which is kind of in line with other, major search engines like Google that were also founded in that time frame. They have some press here, blog posts, contacts, financial releases. That might be interesting to see what Yandex's revenue is compared to some of the other search engines out there. Yeah, let's see. Revenues of $732 million for Q3, which is pretty huge, honestly. I had no idea Yandex was this big. So that means over the course of the year, they're making, $3 billion. So Yandex is much larger than I previously thought. So maybe the search engine warrants a bit more attention. So I'm kind of glad I stumbled across this and went to that specifically, just because it shows that, I don't know, they're really making moves in the search field. It's interesting, though, I didn't see anything about privacy on their homepage anywhere. So I'd be curious to know, what sort of tracking and information that that Yandex collects, and kind of curious to know if it's actually a privacy-friendly tool. It looks like they collect information provided by you when you register a user account. So if you're trying to be private, don't register a user account. Collecting your IP address, that's pretty standard, just to provide you with like location relevant services, but I'd be a little more comfortable if they didn't store that information. And they do collect your search history. So I'm kind of curious why many people were suggesting my review of a tool like Yandex, which maybe it's better than Google. So if your main goal with privacy is to minimize the information that Google collects from you, Yandex is probably a better alternative because you're not handing that information over to Google. But I think if you're really looking for a private search engine that doesn't collect any information about you, there's a lot of alternatives out there that do a better job of this than Yandex. So like I said, if you're looking for a search engine that's not Google, Yandex is probably a decent alternative. It looks like the results are pretty good, although the user experience isn't super modern feeling. It's still a well-known, well-established search engine that's not Google. But when it comes to privacy, I'd suggest something, DuckDuckGo, StartPage, something like that, that's explicitly dedicated to protecting users' privacy when on their tool or platform or whatever. So that's just a quick look at Yandex. I may dive deeper sometime in the future, but yeah, that's a good place to start. And let me know if you have any other search engines that you're interested in learning more about. So thanks for watching and have a good one.